blue butterflies. I'm just about to perform a ceremony for a young lady who loved butterflies. Blue was her favourite colour too. And butterflies are something to hold on to at the moment. I love butterflies so much that I had a stole made with butterflies. It was a gift actually, this from church I used to work for. Butterflies the world over have been seen as a symbol of life, death and rebirth. And in ancient Christian iconography, angels were depicted sometimes as having butterfly wings. And in the Far East, of course, the butterfly is a mystical sign of rebirth and also of spiritual attainment, of escaping from the chrysalis of our lives and bursting forth into the freedom of the air. So it's a beautiful symbol, and maybe one that we need to hold on to at the moment during this terrible crisis, that perhaps in amongst all the pain and the misery and the heartache, perhaps Earth is going through, or humanity is going through, some sort of life, death, rebirth stage. Perhaps we're in a chrysalis at the moment, waiting to rediscover our true selves. I don't know. I wanted to talk briefly though right now about a different funeral that I'm about to do in a week or so. I spoke to the daughter of the deceased today, and I tell you what, it was horrific listening to her story, especially when we're on the verge of loosening up the apparent lockdown. I say apparent because at the moment you might wonder whether there is one, with the amount of traffic on the roads and people out and about. But her what she said to me is a lesson that we all need to hear. Her father has died of C19. He was a relatively old man, and his wife is currently in a nursing home and is 100 years old. And of course they weren't able to see each other, and the family weren't able to see either of them. No communication, blah blah blah, over the last few weeks. I spoke to this deceased man's daughter, and the pain was tangible going through the phone. She wasn't able to have any communication, but they did manage to organize a little video link between this man and his wife the day before he died, and apparently she begged him to come and get her from the nursing home because she was so lonely. She's there now, of course, and he said to her, "My darling, when I'm better I'll come and get you." And then of course he died. So it's tragic. And then she said to me, the daughter, so when they talk about the release of lockdown or the easing up, yes, of course I understand that things can't stay as they are and things have to begin to loosen up. But please, she said, I hope to God people don't get complacent. Because if that happens, all the pain that my family have been through, my mum is going through, my dad went through, the loneliness, the isolation, him going through that on his own, all of this and many thousands of others will almost feel like it was for nothing. She's implying that they have given so much, and so many people have given so much. Why waste it now? So please, 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 people, don't think that whatever we're told on the weekend means you can go berserk. Don't start having family get-togethers. We all know that we all want that. I want to see my children. I haven't seen them. We all want to go visit people, but we can't. We mustn't. It's going to take a long time. We've got to stick in there. Whatever the guidelines are, we have to continue the distancing. I get really scared. I'm here at the creme now, at the crematorium, and it's very hard to practice social distancing because people are getting mixed messages And it's, you know, with B&Q opening and other places, Wetherspoon's talking about opening in June. For God's sake, you know, get a grip. These people are going through hell, have been through hell, many, many thousands more will. We've got to stick together. We've got to keep obeying the rules, or at least the guidelines, you know, going by the guidelines. That's all I have to say right now. Thank you. Stay safe and be well. Bye.